Welcome to Conversations with My Real Friends. I'm Jennifer. I'm here with my friend Ed. Ed is an estate planning attorney at Oak Crest Law, and today we're going to be talking about the need to manage your estate in perpetuity, right? So if you can get someone to actually do an estate plan, which the statistics are not great,
right?
That less than half of us are doing it. But if you can, then they have to think about what happens when something changes. So in real estate, I see it all the time. They have an estate plan, they went and they spent the money and the time, and then they sell that house and the new house doesn't get put into the trust, or they have a life event, they get divorced, right? And how are we going to manage? What are we doing with the estate to make sure it gets updated? So let's talk about that kind of follow-up process.
That's right, yeah. This falls under the category of maintaining your estate plan, because getting one is an ordeal.
Yes.
The statistics are that only 30% engage in proper estate planning. So, okay, I created one in 2015. What do I do now, Ed?
Yeah.
And so I recommend that my client reviews the estate plan once a year, just on their own.
Yeah, that's a great idea.
Assets, relationships, right? Has there been any changes? Is your best friend in 2015 still your best friend?
Right. Is that still the person you
Is that
want
still the
to
person
administer your estate?
Right.
Right. Have your kids become majors instead of minors,
That's
right? Like, has someone passed away?
Has someone passed away, yeah. And so that's where you'll catch a lot of that. And I recommend doing that once a year.
Yeah.
Now, formally, I recommend you meeting with your professional at least once every 3 to 5 years.
Right.
And the reason why I chose that is because statistically, one of those things are going to happen.
Right.
You've refinanced your home. The new lender, does not have in-house legal counsel.
Right.
Right. And they're not allowing you to put it in the name of the trust.
Right.
So take it out of the trust, lend you the money, and then oops, we don't care about you anymore.
It never gets put back in the trust.
And that usually will happen because we've got rates right now. We have a situation where it's a little higher. So when that thing goes low, my phone rings, right? Your phone rings.
Yes.
Because things change.
Right.
But yeah, if you get a divorce, obviously you're not going to want to make the same.
Hopefully you don't want.
Hopefully. Right?
That same person. I have had to deal with these situations where the surviving ex is still a beneficiary, still an executor, right? And it's a mess.
It's a mess, yeah.
Right?
It's a mess.
I had to litigate a situation. So the mom and the dad got divorced, but they agreed, they were amicable, and they kept both properties. They had 2 properties. They each were going to live in one, and they kept them both as joint tenants, with the plan that whoever survived would get the property.
Yeah.
Right? That was the plan. They'd agreed to it. And then mom decided to go get an estate plan, and she went to LegalZoom to get an estate plan. And so she puts this property in, her property in a trust. So she severs the joint tenancy,
yes,
right?
Will do it.
And then she dies. Well, no one knows where this trust is, right? And they actually want, the children actually want the dad to get the property, but because of the trust, it's all jacked up, and we don't even know who
the beneficiary is. It could be, it's going to be the Cabana boy.
Right. Who the hell knows, right? And
Yeah.
so in this case, we actually filed a petition with the probate court to throw out the trust and get rid of the deed into the trust, to get it back to the joint tenancy, to be able to get what the family wanted, because bad planning is worse than no planning.
Yes.
Right.
And when you engage in services without the assistance of experienced, competent counsel, this is what ends up happening.
Well, and understanding the whole picture, right? And what everybody's looking to do, right? So making sure that you're putting a plan together and then managing your plan.
Maintaining it properly, following it. They call it a living trust because it needs to live and grow with you throughout the years.
Perfect. So if someone wants help getting this set up, how can they reach you?
We're at Oak Crest Law Group. You can check us out online at oakcrestlaw.com or 818-597-8800.
Great. Thank you for joining me, Ed.
Thank you, Jennifer.
And thank you for joining us for this episode of Conversations with My Real Friends. We appreciate you watching.